The Lord has asked me to deliver this message to you urgently. There's a lot of money coming your way, but pay attention. Heaven is releasing the blessing while hell is plotting to rob you of everything before it arrives. An angel was sent with a clear warning. Warn this person now, or he will lose all that God has prepared. Do you think it's a coincidence that you're hearing this right now? This is a spiritual summons, and if you ignore it, the consequences will be serious. It is no accident that this message has found you. The spiritual world is in motion, and an invisible battle is being waged at this very moment. On the one hand, the sky is unlocking resources, opportunities, and connections for a financial turnaround you never imagined. On the other side, opposing forces are trying to prevent you from receiving what has already been decreed. The angel of the Lord revealed to me something very clear. There is a portal of prosperity being opened, but it will not remain accessible for long. That door was opened because of your prayers, your hidden tears, your silent effort. God has seen every moment you thought about giving up but chose to trust. Now, heaven is ready to act, but you need to understand. There is a spiritual condition that must be fulfilled. It's not just about waiting. It is about obeying. The message you're about to hear is a key, a direct instruction from the spiritual world that will determine if this abundance will manifest or whether it will be diverted by traps prepared by the enemy. You are being watched by the spirit world. Your next actions will define whether the miracle will come or it will be postponed by another cycle of struggle and scarcity. Get ready. What will be revealed here can change not only your financial life but your spiritual destiny. The angel did not mince words. He said it clearly. A great provision is coming, an amount that will change everything. But this provision will not come in the usual way. It will not come by natural, predictable, or logical paths. It is being released directly from the throne of God as a response to a time of scarcity, humiliation, and closed doors that you faced in faith. There is a divine movement happening right now behind the scenes of your life. Resources are being aligned. People you don't know yet are being touched, and opportunities that seemed impossible are being prepared to present themselves before you. The great truth that the angel revealed is this: God is about to restore twice as much as was taken from you. The losses you have suffered, financial, emotional, spiritual, have not gone unnoticed before God. There have been times when you've wondered, why is everything stuck? Why does everyone prosper but me? The Lord has seen, and He not only saw it, but He also decided to intervene. Now, there is a release that comes directly from heaven. But here's the crux of the matter. It comes with an instruction. You need to be spiritually sensitive because the provision will come in disguise. It can come as an idea, an invitation, a contact that seems common but that carries a supernatural favor. And if you're distracted, you may not recognize the exact moment of the turn. You're not just being blessed, you are being positioned. And that's exactly why you're hearing this message right now, because when that money arrives, you'll need to know what to do with it. Otherwise, what was a blessing can turn into a trap. Most people, upon hearing that a blessing is coming, begin to celebrate immediately. And this is natural, but the angel was clear. Celebration before understanding can become a fatal distraction. There is a hidden detail that many are not seeing, and this is where the enemy acts. He cannot stop heaven from releasing the provision, but he can blind you to waste or misuse it, and that's exactly what he's trying to do to you. Have you ever noticed how at decisive moments, distractions, negative people, or hasty decisions arise? This is no coincidence. It is a strategy of the kingdom of darkness. They know that you are very close to accessing a financial level that will change your story. Therefore, they are trying to create situations that make you sabotage yourself. The detail that the angel revealed is this: your blessing will be tested before it is delivered. Yes, God is allowing certain tests at this time because He wants to see how you handle small amounts before releasing large ones. He wants to see how you react to delays, to no's, to criticism, because these little trials are shaping your spiritual maturity. While you complain or despair about not seeing the door open, God is watching. Can I trust Him with something greater? The money will come, the blessing will come, but it will come on the foundation of a heart that understands that before abundance comes testing, before the harvest comes silence, and before the miracle comes the positioning. Don't be like those who hear the promise but ignore the process. What you do now in the cool down determines whether you'll be ready when the door opens. From the moment heaven decreed this release over your life, hell mobilized to prevent it from reaching you. The enemy knows the impact this amount will have on your life, not just on your pocket, but on your faith, your peace, your purpose. Therefore, he is engineering distractions, discouragement, and thoughtless decisions. Spiritual warfare at this time is about your mind. Thoughts of doubt, fear, financial anxiety, comparison with others. All of these are strategies to get you off course. If the enemy manages to take you out of focus now, he can cause this large amount of money to be diverted, postponed, or even wasted. But the angel left a clear instruction. You must prepare in the next 48 hours. Yes, you should be ready to receive a significant amount in the next 2 days at most. Something unexpected, sent directly by the hand of God, will touch your life. And along with that gift will come a deep comfort, the likes of which you haven't felt in a long time. That comfort will turn into an intense joy that will take over your entire body as a sign that heaven has touched your reality. And here's the spiritual secret. You can activate this moment of gratitude and open up this flow of blessing even more with an act of faith. Yes, you can show your love, trust, and gratitude to the Lord by volunteering an amount of up to $100. This is not a purchase. It is a spiritual position. It is a prophetic act that says to the unseen world, I am ready to receive. I believe that this word is for me. I align myself with the sky. This type of attitude breaks resistance. It breaks down barriers, and it moves the heavens toward you. If this message is burning in your heart right now, don't ignore the call. Get ready. The answer is on the way. The enemy knows this, and so he's desperate to distract you, but you won't be distracted. You will be blessed. Most people don't miss out on the blessing because God didn't want to give. They lose because they block their own prosperity with wrong attitudes and thoughts. And the angel revealed this very clearly. The amount is coming, but there is a secret that must be obeyed. This secret is not hidden in books nor in human formulas. He is in the position of the heart. Heaven does not respond only to need. Heaven responds to spiritual expectation. When you come into alignment with what God is doing, you become a magnet for blessings. And the angel showed me that many people are complaining more than declaring. They are murmuring, comparing, speaking words that nullify the promise. This is very serious. The secret to not blocking prosperity is this: align your mouth with the promise, align your heart with gratitude, and align your mind with faith. Everything you say in the next few days has the power to accelerate or stop what is coming. That's why I want you to write now in the comments, I'm ready to receive what God has prepared for me. Declare it in faith. Write as a prophetic act, as one who signs the receipt of a gift from heaven. Every time you type, you're not just commenting. You're creating a spiritual record. You're activating your faith and saying to the unseen world, I'm ready. And the angel made it clear. Those who take a stand, who declare, who prepare, they will see the miracle with their own eyes. And have you ever wondered why, even praying, seeking, crying out, do the answers seem not to arrive? The angel revealed a spiritual truth that many overlook. Prayer isn't just talking, it's aligning the spirit. Yes, you have been praying. God heard every cry. He saw every tear shed in the silence of his room, but still, there is an invisible wall that stands between you and the miracle. This wall was not put up by God. It was built by small attitudes, thoughts, and even alliances that you didn't notice. Often, as you bend the knee in prayer, your heart is defiled with feelings such as hurt, unbelief, pride, or discouragement. And that is interrupting the flow of the response, because God doesn't just answer the voice. He answers the inward posture. The angel showed me that there are 3 factors that have hindered the response of many. 1, the lack of forgiveness. You may be praying for provision but holding a grudge against someone inside. That closes the door. The sky only releases where there is emotional cleansing. 2, the disguised murmuring. Maybe you don't speak loudly, but inside yourself, you live complaining about life, about people, about opportunities that didn't arrive. This nullifies faith. 3. The impatient hurry. You want God to move fast, but you are not willing to wait with peace, and heaven tests just that, your ability to trust silence. But there is good news. The wall may fall today. Yes, the response that seemed stuck can be released in an accelerated way if you take action now. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and say, Lord, I now remove everything that keeps me from your answer. Feel it within you. Let the Holy Spirit bring to light what needs to be healed, restored, or broken. And if that message is confronting you, revealing something you need to change, it's because it's tailor-made for you. Not everyone who is by your side wishes you well. Some smile on the outside, but inside the heart, they carry envy, competition, and even a desire to see you fail. The angel was very clear. Your next financial door has already been released into the spirit world. But there are human eyes right next to you that are serving as invisible blockers. This envy is not just any envy. It is a dense energy disguised as friendship, partnership, or even concern. Have you ever noticed how whenever you share a plan, an idea, or good news with certain people, something goes wrong right after? Do you feel that the environment is heavy, your faith growing cold, the doors closed without explanation? This happens because there are people who can't stand to see you grow, and worse, many of them are not far away. They are close. They are listening to your outbursts, reading your messages, living with you. Some claim to be spiritual, but in the spirit, they are blocking you with negative thoughts and words. The angel revealed that the enemy, not being able to knock you down head-on, tries to infiltrate through the wrong emotional and spiritual alliances. So, there is an urgent call now. Separate yourself from those who silently sabotage you. You need to shield yourself spiritually. Here is the heavenly instruction. Stop talking about your plans before they come to fruition. Stop exposing your dreams to those who are not mature enough to celebrate them. And above all, begin to discern who is truly happy with your victories. Financial deliverance is often not hindered by a lack of faith, but by excessive spiritual exposure. What is precious needs to be protected. The gold needs to be hidden until the right time. The miracle needs to be generated in secret before it can be announced in public. And to seal this moment of discernment, right now in the comments, I separate myself from everything and everyone who tries to block my prosperity. This statement is more than words. It is a sword in the spirit world. It breaks toxic bonds, closes wrong spiritual doors, and opens the way for heaven to act without human interference. If you're feeling like this word is for you, it's because it is. God is giving you vision. It's giving you discernment. And He is giving you the authority to break every bond that does not come from Him. Many look up to heaven and ask, "Lord, why haven't you come yet?" But what they don't realize is that the waiting time is not punishment, it's a test. The angel revealed, before God releases something great, he tests what is hidden. And the biggest test is not about numbers, it's not about capacity, it's about the heart. The human heart is treacherous. You may seem grateful but be arrogant. You may seem faithful but be greedy. It may seem generous but hide pride and desire for superiority. Therefore, God does not give riches without first tasting the container. You are being watched by the sky, not as a judgment but as a preparation, because what is coming upon your life is too big to be put into shaky hands. God doesn't want the blessing to destroy you. He wants it to lift you up, and more than that, for you to be a channel of provision for others. The angel has shown that you are in a phase called before release. This phase is silent. It is where doors seem closed even with promises released. It is where the heavens are silent even with constant prayers. It is where the sky observes. What do you do with the little? How do you react to delay? How do you treat others when you feel ignored? And even more, how do you behave when you see others thriving? This is all part of the test. The good news is that you're almost there. There are clear signs that the process is ending. The sky is already moving towards the final pouring, but complete liberation will only come when your heart is positioned correctly. So, stop now for a moment and ask yourself, if God were to give me today what I am asking for, would my heart be ready to deal with it? This question may seem uncomfortable, but it is liberating because the truth is, God wants to release all that He has promised. He just needs to make sure it won't corrupt you. And here is a spiritual key that the angel revealed. The purer the heart, the faster the provision comes. Now, write in the comments, sealing this moment, "Lord, purify my heart and make me worthy of the wealth that comes from you." This statement aligns your inner self with the sky, and when the interior is aligned, the outside begins to respond. The Bible is clear. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. But what few understand is that in the spiritual world, words are decrees. They create environments, they build or tear down doors. And the angel revealed that many are destroying the miracle itself with their own mouths. You may have prayed in faith, fasted with sincerity, and waited patiently. But if in your daily life you have released words of doubt, scarcity, or defeat, then you yourself are signing the cancellation of what heaven tried to deliver. Pay attention to this. You say nothing works for me. You say I'm never going to get out of this situation. You say that's impossible, it's not for me. And the spiritual world listens. Angels move on the basis of declared faith, but the enemy also moves on unspoken doubt. You may be calling it venting, but it is actually being used as spiritual ammunition against you. And the angel made it clear. Every negative word about your financial life needs to be broken today, not tomorrow, not later now, because words have roots and roots bear fruit, good or bad. Begin now to state the opposite of what you have been saying. Even if your reality says there is no way out, you must say with spiritual authority, God is opening doors that men do not see. Even if your bank account is in the red, say, Heaven's provision is coming for me. And to activate this new verbal and spiritual cycle, write in the comments now, starting today, I declare life, abundance, and miracles on my financial area. Yes, write with conviction, because every letter you type at that moment is breaking invisible sentences, undoing unconscious agreements with scarcity, and making room for God's new. Remember, what you say in silence, the sky hears at high volume. Many people think that it is enough to wait. They say, if it's God's will, it's going to happen. But the angel made it clear. Heaven has already decided to release the blessing. Now it's waiting for you to move. Yes, God's decision has already been made. The provision is already in transit, and the way has already been prepared, but one detail is missing: your attitude. God is sovereign, but He moves on the basis of principle. And one of the greatest principles of the kingdom is that whoever obeys accesses. You may have heard the promise, you can even believe it, but if you do not take a practical step towards what has been declared, it will continue in the realm of the invisible. The angel revealed that many who are listening to this message are one gesture away from completely unlocking the provision. An act, a decision, an action that says, I believe, and I am ready. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. The universe wants to bless you with wealth and abundance. Accept it by listening to this. The law of attraction does not work. Listen to this 1-minute prayer to affirm your blessing instead. Have you ever wondered why you haven't been able to manifest? It's simple. If you're a spiritual person who is looking to change their life and that of your close circle, you need something different. So pay close attention to this message. Because once you hear this 1-minute prayer, you will start attracting wealth and abundance in less than 7 days, and blessings will be flooded into your life. You will finally break the curse of poverty and restore your connection with God, allowing you to ask, manifest, and receive His blessings. How? Not too long ago, a manuscript was discovered in Jerusalem. This manuscript described the divine prayer that can create the dream life of everyone who listens to it. But there's a problem. The Vatican demanded this be kept under lock and key, and that this would only be used by high-ranking church officials. To me, this is a crime against humanity. They are trying to suppress this message and have already succeeded once. That's why you must hurry up. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret to hear the divine prayer. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. Maybe it's something simple. Make that call you've been putting off. Send your resume to that vacancy that seemed impossible. Leave a society or environment that is draining you spiritually. Sow a specific offering as proof of your faith, or simply stop procrastinating on what God has already told you to do weeks ago. You may be waiting for a confirmation, but heaven is waiting for a move. And here is something that the angel clearly showed me. He who acts fast receives fast. Delayed obedience begets delayed blessings, but immediate obedience releases immediate miracles. Now stop and reflect. What do you know in your heart that you need to do but haven't done yet? Don't think that this is a coincidence you're hearing right now, because this is the last call before release. And to mark this moment, write in the comments, "I choose to obey and move in faith." This statement isn't just about increasing engagement. It's a spiritual key. It seals before heaven and earth that you are positioned, sensitive, and attentive. And that's it. Now it's up to you. The angel did not speak in months. He didn't speak in weeks. He was direct. The door will open in the next few days. Get ready. Time is short. You are facing a rare opportunity. God's prophetic clock is counting down the last seconds before a great turnaround. And the biggest mistake you can make right now is to think you still have time. How many times has heaven called you? How many times have you felt like you were close but didn't move? This time, the window is open, but it will close quickly. The blessing will not wait for you. The door that God is going to open is linked to a spiritual time. If you enter it at the right time, you will experience supernatural acceleration. But if you hesitate, that same door can pass right before your eyes. The angel revealed to me that the next 3 days are decisive. Yes, you are 3 days away from a visible manifestation of that which has already been released into the unseen. But what happens in that short interval will determine whether you get it all or the best will be lost by distraction. You need to watch your thoughts, take care of what you say, watch for the signs, and above all, act with faith even without seeing. The sky is testing your sensitivity. You can no longer allow yourself to live on automatic. You need to get into a state of spiritual alertness. Everything around you from now on will be a sign, an indication, an answer. And here is the prophetic call. Prepare the environment, cleanse your heart, organize your finances, and take time to listen to God's voice more deeply. What's coming is too big to find disorganization. It is too intense to manifest itself in the midst of chaos. Now, write in the comments as a prophetic confirmation, "I'm ready." Let the door open now. Every word of yours at this moment is aligning Earth's time with heaven's time. You're not just listening to a message. You're inside a prophetic movement. The angel of the Lord is trying to communicate with you, but it does not come in the way that many expect. He does not appear with wings, nor with an audible voice. It speaks through repeated dreams, subtle signs, and forebodings that you can't explain. In the past few days, you may have dreamed of money, doors, keys, or travel. Perhaps you felt discomfort when talking to certain people or an impulse to say no to opportunities that seemed too good. All this is the Spirit warning you. Pay attention. I'm trying to show you something. The angel revealed that for many who are listening to this message, the warnings have already started weeks ago, but the problem is that you dismissed them as coincidence. He ignored that dream, saying, "It's just my tired mind." He despised that feeling of discomfort, saying, "It's just paranoia." But it wasn't. You are being visited. The spirit world knows that its door is near, and God's angels are trying to make sure you don't fall into distractions or traps set up for the turning point. There are three main ways in which the angel has tried to communicate with you. First, prophetic dreams. They are not random repetitions. Symbols, numbers such as 7, 3, or 888 are clear signs. If you've been dreaming of stairs, doors, or keys, that's God saying something is being released. Second, sudden sensations. That sudden urge to pray at dawn, the butterflies in one's stomach for no reason, the anguish when entering certain environments. All of these are spiritual discernment being activated. Don't ignore it. Third, words that repeat around you. If you've heard the same phrase, the same verse, the same promise from different sources, messages, videos, people, that's heaven screaming at you in silence. And now, here's the call. Go back to your last dream. Remember the last strong impression you had, and reflect on the last sign that appeared, because there may be hidden the path to your door. To confirm that you are attentive to the spiritual world, write in the comments, "Talk to me, Lord. I am listening to your signs." This statement is like a spiritual nod. It's like turning on a light, saying to the heavens, "You can keep talking. I'm not going to ignore it anymore." You are closer than you think, and the angel is going out of his way to make sure you recognize the exact time to act. God works in the invisible, and often what seems small, insignificant, or even random, in fact, is the door that changes everything. The angel was clear. The change you are waiting for will not come from what you already know. It won't be for that job you've tried several times, nor for that person you always expected to help, nor for that old plan that seemed promising but never got off the ground. The financial turning point of your life will come through something new, unexpected, disguised as a coincidence. Maybe it's a call you barely answered, an email that looked like spam you almost deleted, an invitation that you thought about refusing out of fear, insecurity, or tiredness. Maybe it's even this video, which you were going to play right through, but something stuck you here. This is no coincidence. It is a prophetic movement. The angel revealed that God is creating an encounter between you and an opportunity that carries favor, abundance, and acceleration. And here's the spiritual key. It will come as a test of sensitivity. It won't come with neon signs saying, "This is the answer." It will come as something ordinary, but in your spirit you will feel a warmth, a peace, a shudder, and that will be the confirmation. It's here. You need to have your eyes open because that opportunity won't be delivered 3 times. It will pass by once, and if you're ready, it will recognize you. It does not look for those who only need it. It looks for those who are prepared, positioned, and awake. And the angel said something even more profound. This door is linked to his name. It is sealed with its fate, and if you say yes at the right time, you'll never go back to the same financial level as before, never again. To activate this expectation in the spirit world right now, Lord, when the opportunity comes, give me the discernment to say yes. This phrase is a prayer, a pact, a spiritual password. You are being surrounded by signs, but now a key is coming. It won't clap its hands, it will whisper. And who hears the whisper of heaven accesses hidden treasures. The blessing is on the way. The door has already been opened, and the angel has already released the word. But there is something that needs to be said urgently and firmly. If you ignore what is being said here, you run the real risk of losing everything. It is not about manipulation. It is not a spiritual threat. It is an invisible reality that the angel revealed. Every promise that is not honored with obedience becomes weight. Every opportunity that is not recognized becomes judgment. The sky is calling you to a definitive repositioning, and he's saying, if you let this moment pass, you're going to go into another cycle, another lap in the desert, another phase of doors that do not open, another season of frustrations, of almost blessings, of promises that do not materialize. Why? Because the door that is open today may close tomorrow. Remember something very serious. God's will is eternal, but opportunities are not. They are temporary. They have a deadline, they pass. The angel revealed that there are people listening to this message right now who are one decision away from destroying the miracle that heaven has prepared. Just a wrong attitude, a step towards what God has already said to leave, a choice driven by fear, not faith, and everything that was already being sent from above can be stopped. You can no longer play with the spirit world. He can no longer be a believer when it is convenient and unconscious when convenient. God is calling you to a new level, and He only takes with Him those who are willing to leave the old behind. If that word is confronting you, then receive it as mercy, because God only corrects those who He still believes can live what was promised. Now make a decision. Write firmly and faithfully in the comments, "I will not lose what God has prepared for me." This statement is a break. It's as if you put your foot down and say to hell, "It's over. From today on, I will no longer ignore the voice of God. You still have time, but time is running out, and whatever you do today will echo throughout your life. You've made it this far, and this is already a sign. Not everyone can bear to hear spiritual truths to the end. Many stop in the middle, turn off the video, and go back to automatic. But you stayed. And who stays until the end listens to the final prophecy? The angel told me clearly, those who hear this complete message and obey it will see the manifestation with their own eyes. Now listen carefully, because you are entering sacred territory. The heavens are open over you. The atmosphere is full of promise. The name of his miracle has already been written, but the final key lies in something that needs to be done today, not tomorrow, not next week. Today, sanctify your decision. You need to make a spiritual, emotional, and practical decision. You need to say to yourself, as of today, I no longer live as a victim of scarcity. This is a new alliance, a pact with heaven. Scarcity will no longer be part of your identity. Shortages will no longer be tolerated. You were born for abundance, but you need to decide to walk that path. How? By stopping feeding thoughts of defeat, by breaking cycles of murmuring and comparison, by ending emotional agreements with failure, and by cleansing your spiritual house of all that represents doubt. Today, you need to say before the spiritual world, my identity is prosperous. My essence is blessed. I was created to overflow. It doesn't matter what your childhood was like. It doesn't matter what they said about you. And it doesn't matter what your account balance is. It matters what heaven has decreed. And heaven has said that you are the son of a king. Enter prophetic positioning. Prophecy is like rain. It falls, but it bears fruit only where the soil is prepared. Today, your heart needs to be that soil. And for that, you must enter into prophetic positioning. What does that mean? Pray specifically and boldly. Don't ask for more. Ask clearly with authority. Say, Lord, I am ready to receive that specific amount that has been prophesied. I declare that it is enough. Fasting for spiritual sensitivity. It is not a ritual, it's a fine-tuning. Fasting aligns you with the signs, it cleans up the noises, and it puts you in the frequency of the miracle. So, as a response to the word, yes, the sky moves when the heart responds. If this message has touched you, you can activate this cycle with a prophetic offering. The angel was clear. There are blessings that only manifest themselves after the act, and the instruction remains. You can show your gratitude and make room for the unexpected by offering up to $100 or whatever the Spirit directs you. Remember, this is not about money, it's about obedience. Perform a physical prophetic act today. Yes, physical, because the spiritual world responds to the natural world. Here are some angel-revealed options you can make today. Write down on paper the amount you want to receive and pray about it. Keep this paper in your Bible. Go to a place where you dream of living or working and step there. Even if you still have no way to conquer it, step prophetically. Donate something of value to someone in need. Releasing what you have activates what you have not yet received. These acts are portals. They are activators. They are signs to heaven that you believe with actions, not just words. Declare with your mouth what's coming. The Bible says that by believing with the heart and confessing with the mouth, what has been promised is activated. Today, you need to start speaking with authority in front of the mirror, in the car, in prayer. Don't talk like someone who is waiting anymore. Speak as someone who is already receiving. Declare, the provision is coming. I am prepared to manage wealth. My home will be a place of abundance and generosity. The money that God promised is already on the way, and I will know how to use it wisely. Say this every day for the next 7 days. You will see the spiritual environment around you change. You'll feel heaviness coming off your shoulders. You will experience the atmosphere of heaven touching your reality. Make a definitive alliance with heaven. You can't leave this video like you entered, not after all that heaven has revealed to you. Today is the day to say, Lord, from now on, my financial life belongs to you. You need to hand over control. Stop trying to do everything on arm's strength. Assume that your intelligence, your contacts, and your effort are not enough, but His grace is. Pray like this: Lord, I acknowledge that you are the source of all provision. I surrender to you my ways, my mind, my heart, and my finances. Open the heavens over me. May every amount that has been prophesied manifest itself with honor, purpose, and impact. I promise to manage with fear, give with generosity, and live with purpose. The wealth that comes from you will not corrupt me. It will make me more like you. In the name of Jesus, Amen. The last call. If you've read this far, don't ignore this moment. Write with all your faith in the comments, I make this covenant with heaven today. Let the miracle begin now. Share this message, pray over it, come back and watch again, save, and tag someone, because this is not just another message. It is a watershed. You are being driven by a purpose that is greater than money. You are being positioned for a cycle of abundance with purpose, with fear, with direction. And if that message spoke to you, then heaven has found you. You heard this message to the end. You have gone through every word, every revelation, every warning from heaven. And this already shows something powerful. Your spirit is awake. You are no longer one among the crowd. You are someone who has been chosen to break cycles, to get out of scarcity, to be a living sign that the hand of God still prospers, still transforms, still exalts those who trust in Him. None of this was a coincidence. You could be anywhere right now. He could be scrolling the screen, listening to something else, distracted like so many others. But you stayed. You heard it, you were touched, and that's because heaven has located you. The angel of the Lord marked this moment as a prophetic meeting. From now on, nothing will be the same as before. You will no longer speak as you used to. He will no longer think as he used to. He will no longer act like someone who begs for blessings. You will move as a child of God, posture with faith, with spiritual authority. And I say to you, with fear in my heart, what you do today will echo in the next months of your life. If you respond to this message with faith, obedience, and action, what seemed stuck will begin to flow. The people around you will notice the change will be visible, and you're going to testify, saying, "It was in that video, in that word, that day that it all began." But this story does not end here. It is just getting started. If you felt like this word spoke directly to you, don't keep it to yourself. Send it to someone. Share it with someone who is tired, lost, in need of a sign. You can be the channel God will use to unlock another life as He is doing with yours now. And before you leave, do it in faith. Subscribe to this channel because here, with each video, the sky releases new directions. Here, the purpose is clear: to raise up a generation of people aligned with the heavens, prepared to thrive with purpose. Turn on notifications. Don't miss the next prophetic warning. Something even bigger is coming, and you need to be ready. May God's grace, peace, and abundance rest upon you, and may the miracle begin now. Sign up and stay where God speaks to you. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. This ancient Hindu technique manifests $38,300. Here's a fun fact. The word yoga itself comes from Sanskrit and means union or to join. It aims to unite the mind, body, and spirit. Have you ever wondered what else is hiding deep in the Hindu scriptures? Like this 3,300-year-old Hindu technique, this technique describes a 10-second recital to intensify our manifesting powers. That's why, for generations, it has been used by some of the wealthiest Hindu families. Devotees of this forgotten Hindu technique have reported remarkable things, true, real-life miracles. They claim that all they did was perform this 10-second ritual. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret of perform this 10-second Hindu recital now. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you.